Alright, so let's go ahead and talk a little more about some of the links that can be found here under the Account tab in Canvas. So I mentioned these different links in the last video, and I want to focus primarily on profile and settings right now because these two links are going to essentially lead to the exact same place. Whether I click on profile or I click on settings, it's going to bring me into my global settings for my account. Now you're going to find that these global settings are broken down into two distinct sections. There's this middle section here I can scroll down that gives me a couple of different headings and lets me know that I can change a few of the different parameters for my account. And then there's this smaller subsection over here that has a couple of additional options. So let's go ahead and talk about this middle section first. So this middle section is going to provide us with a few different parameters that we can modify. The first being what are known as web services. These essentially are online applications that I can choose to enable with my Canvas account. So these web services here allow me to link distinct services like Google Drive. So if I want to work on a couple of files in Google Drive and then access those files through Canvas, this gives me the opportunity to do that. I can also tie my Twitter account and my LinkedIn account along with Skype and Delicious if I want to. Additionally, there are other integrations that can be modified here. You may not have anything other than the common shown here, and that's all right. I'm going to be going over roll call prod in a later tutorial. So for now, don't worry so much about any of this. I've enabled a couple of things, but the big thing I will really want to promote here is what you're going to see over here, specifically the ways to contact. This is really important if you're either an instructor or a student, because essentially what you can do here is you can dictate how you can communicate with Canvas and how Canvas can communicate back to you. So you'll notice here I've listed one of my email addresses, my Colin email, msgarcia@colin.edu, and I've also connected my Twitter account, and I've enabled push notifications for all devices. That is, I've downloaded the Canvas application and I've enabled push notifications in that application. So why are these ways to contact so important? Well, one of the cool features of Canvas is that when some form of communication happens from instructor to student or from student to instructor, we have the ability as both students and instructors to determine how Canvas will let us know that that communication has happened. So let's say that you're a student and you want to know anytime your instructor posts an announcement. Well, you can choose here to add your email address, and Canvas will send you an email that will let you know that your instructor has posted a particular announcement. Let's say though that you don't really check your email that frequently, or that whatever email you choose to use you don't have tied to your phone. You only check it on a computer, so you don't see it that frequently. Well, let's say that you spend more time on Twitter. You can actually link your Twitter account, and anytime your instructor posts a new assignment, you'll be contacted via Canvas through Twitter. Additionally, if you have the Canvas application, you can get a push notification letting you know that an announcement has been posted. Or, what's even cooler, you can add an additional contact method. So if you want to get a text message anytime your instructor posts something, then you can get a text message. And the same is true for instructors. If you want to be notified via email or via Twitter or via push notifications or via text messages that your students have done something, then you can do this as well. So this settings pane is really important because while it does allow us to integrate other features into Canvas, which will be important in later tutorials, the other reason it's so important is that it allows us to determine how we're going to be contacted by our students, if we're an instructor, or if we're students, how we're going to be contacted by our instructor.